And with that, guys, welcome back to the last step of the Trackmania Grand League. Yeah, I'm Lucas Turbo, and I'll be joined in by Race Hunts in just a second. First of all, thank you for everyone who is watching the Trackmania Grand League. In this regard, it is a lot of fun casting, especially for MNM Gaming. We have a great race coming ahead of us because the top 8 is not set in stone just yet. But let's go ahead and go into the information here because I have prepared something. Yeah, we have a lot of information to go through, especially also taking a look into the rulebook, because that is really the thing that we have to focus on today right now, because you know, the top 8 is going home with just an entry into the playoffs, and then also the bottom 4 will be in danger of losing their Trackmania Grand League spot, but I'm gonna go into that. We have again the 16 players, but you could cross Carl Jr.'s name there because Carl Jr. will not show up today. So a huge contestant for the top 8 in general is not showing up, and also like not only in the rounds but also in the general settings here of the Trackmania Grand League. He could have made it into the top 8, but he cannot do it, unfortunately. If we just take a look onto the calendar here again, we are currently on the 5th of December. Yeah, step number 8 is coming into play. The final chance is next week already, and then there is the final already on that day, as well as the head-to-head is after that. But I'm gonna go into those things just a little bit after that, because we have a lot of things that we have to talk about beforehand. Let's say like that, because with that we have to take a look onto the rulebook. And also hello to you. Hello, nice seeing you, the Floodster. Very cool that you're here. Welcome to the stream. And right now the standings are the following. So Afi, Granadi leading the race. They're still battling it out for that first place. And if we take a look into the rulebook already, yeah, if we just search for, let's say, cash price or price, yeah, the first place is also worth a lot of money. Let's say like that. The first place is already worth some sort of money. Because in that regard, we have the first place going home with 3,000 euro, then second with 1,000, third with 1,000, fourth with 750. So also those positions are not set in stone, and 11 what am I talking about? 18 points between first and second, and with that 1,000 euro more or less is a lot. So that's also one thing that we have to consider. So Afi and Granadi will fight it out, as well as Muda and Aurel for third position. Then Gren and Massa only 2 points apart of each other, as well as Pack and Bings only 6 points. So you can see there's a group of players that are batting it out. Then also Papu very far, not so far behind, but far behind first position. Even though with a great step he could actually go up into that first place. But because everything is possible, as well as Scrappy on 10th position, getting himself a good multiplier last week. So he is already safe and sound in that top 12th position, as well as Carl Jr., who's not able to play. But saying that Carl Jr., who is the best player of all time right now, is on an 11th position. That is not so good. Also Bren, he had a very good season, but didn't really get himself too many multipliers, which is very, very unfortunate. So Bren also only down to P12. Then there's a huge gap between Tween, Spam, Kappa and Worker. So those players have to worry about who is actually gonna get demoted or has to play a head-to-head phase in the next couple of weeks. But let's go into the step 8, or rather into the multipliers that we have seen already in general in this Trackmania Grand League season. We have seen, of course, Afi getting himself 4 multipliers already, as well as Granadi 4, Muda 4, and there you can see it. It's really important for you to get yourself that multiplier, and that leads up to a good amount of points. But also Papu, you know, getting 5 multipliers, as well as Scrappy, and there is still not so far ahead. So getting those big boy multipliers and also being consistent is maybe even the most important thing, because Afi didn't really get himself too many multipliers, but got himself very consistent and good steps. But there's also not too many points between the players, let's say like that. You see Bren getting 5 times 2 multipliers and thus finds himself on 12th place. So hey, it is just what it is. Also Carl Jr. only with 2 multipliers in the ×2 rounds. And not gonna go for the ×3 or ×4 or even the ×5 multiplier, even though he has gotten himself a ×3 twice there. But still, that was more like that he was forced into that. Carl Jr. is not a really risky player. He's more like just pushing it. But with that, he is just down there as well. So, and then Worker, of course, only getting himself 2 multipliers thus far, as well as Kappa, Spam and Tween. So all the players who are behind, they really have to get themselves something. But on the other hand, Gwen getting a ×4 and a ×5 and is on 5th place. So he's already qualified to the playoffs already. So it's quite unfortunate to see that. But hey, it is what it is. That's how the system is. I'm also looking forward if every player is gonna go for multi or not. You know, that is also a very important factor that we have to consider. But anyways, those are the things that are not in our responsibility anymore. But what we have right now are the maps. Launchpad being played first, then Bolt Holes, Grasshopper, Throttling Act, and Icy Snake being the multiplier map. And of course, the step works out as follows. We have maps 1 to 4 being a 6-lapper, where players are collecting points. The point deduction from place 8 to place 9 is quite tremendous. So there you can see it. 5 versus 15 points for those respective positions is huge. So the incentive is to get yourself into that top 8 position. Yeah, that is really important. And then after that, you have the multiplier rounds with 8 rounds of 2 laps, where the first 4 rounds are ×2 rounds, then round 5 and 6 ×3, round 7 ×4, and round 8 ×5. If you don't finish a round, or if you don't finish first in those respective rounds, then you are not gonna get yourself a multiplier. And as well as if you are finishing a round, you cannot play the other rounds. Okay, now I'm gonna wait for Hans, because he's gonna join us with the predictions. Yeah, but I think he is not ending this stream just yet. But yeah, well, what is your guys' impression about that system in general? Because we have seen it in the Trackmania Grand League Challenger with the snipe there from Razi over Soldier that Hans is casting for. So that was quite unfortunate, and Soldier with that getting himself that top 8 position and can actually make it into the combine match. But, well, that is quite unfortunate, but hey, it is what it is. Yeah, you cannot do anything against that. We're gonna start in 10 minutes here. And, well, how did actually couple the day work for Hans and for everyone else? I hope it went good for him, as he is still live by the looks of it. Not sure when he will come and join me in the casting booth, but it should be quite soon by the looks of it. As, yeah, we're gonna just go with the predictions here by the looks of it, as we have them ongoing right now. So I think that this will be a crazy step today. A review step. No one will expect someone doing good. I could also just put every player up there. I was thinking about Papu and also Bren, putting them there. But I think that Kappa is the player who will go all in today and will get himself that ×5 multiplier today. Yeah, I think it will be Kappa, then Mura, just the Ice Queen, getting a really good ×3 and a good step, and then Scrappy getting himself that ×4 multiplier. Maybe I've done history here already, maybe that's the case. I don't know that, but that is my prediction for today. Kappa will get it, and maybe even with that, getting himself a 400-point step. I don't know, everything can happen today, let's say like that. And let's actually call Hans already and see if he picks up on that. And, well, what can I say? Hans has to give his point on his predictions there. And also, Hans, thank you so much for the raid. We just joined in time, yeah, with the predictions here. So maybe Hans, first of all, welcome to the stream, everyone. And also welcome to Hans. We're gonna cast the last step of the Trackmania Grand League Fall 2021. Here, the step number 8, and we have our predictions here that are coming into play. My prediction is that Kappa is gonna win today, then Mura is getting 2nd place, and Scrappy on 3rd. And also Hans went for a 3rd place bet, but I think he's, okay, he's here. Hello, Hans. How are you doing, bro?
Yo, I'm doing very well. Thank you for having me. And good evening, everyone.
Yeah, good evening, good evening. How did Cal of the day go?
It was okay. I mean, considering after the delay from the Challenger League,
yeah, true.
It had like 5 minutes, but I ended up 5th, so it was fair enough. Yeah. So I'll take top 5. It was the prediction as well in chat, so
okay, cool.
We got the top 5 at least.
That's very nice. So we have wild predictions today, Hans. I just waited for you for those predictions. You go with Bren, Gwen, Scrappy, but I think we could also throw the dice, right?
Yeah, dude, like, I have no idea. It could literally be anyone here who...
But not Carl Jr.
Yeah, apart from Carl Jr., obviously. I thought about putting Pack in again, but, you know, you can pick anyone. You literally can pick anyone. Yeah. Like, it's great. It's so much fun.
So my storyline, I've already told that before you rated me, is that Kappa is gonna get himself that ×5 multiplier, because to me Kappa is one of the most experienced players and can cope with pressure very well. Mura at ×3 and Scrappy again at ×4 multiplier, but Mura with a great step, just being in 2nd place. That is my story for today. What is your story?
I mean, I made the prediction before I saw the last map. Because I think the last map also suits Mura pretty well, since he's really good on ice, most likely the best ice player from the top 16 here, from the 16 players. But like, for real, I was thinking about so many players. Who should I put in my top 3? But it's really, I don't know, Bren. I put in Bren because I think he might go for pretty risky step because he's at 12, but he still has a chance to get in the top 8. So maybe he's going all out and get a good multiplier and stuff. So that's why I put him first. Gwen, kind of the same reasoning. I mean, Gwen is a glass cannon here. And he definitely can also go for the high risk, high reward, big multipliers. And my last pick also Scrappy, because kind of the same as for the other two. Scrappy can also go pretty bonkers if he wants to, and just snipe those good points.
Having that I don't care attitude, kind of, give or take. Well, and again, I'm gonna show you the ranking here. I think even tween with a good step. Of course, it's quite unlikely, or also spam. They can still make it. But I quickly want to give you guys the outlook for today. Because literally, a player like Bren can still get first place. He can still get first. Yeah. Also, Binks, Papu, Scrappy, everyone. Everyone can qualify. Pack and Binks are mostly in danger of getting themselves knocked out today. Massa is kind of safe, but not safe already. Because he can get overtaken by Papu, Scrappy, and then maybe even Bren if Bren gets like a sick multiplier. It can all happen, and also Massa doesn't really get a good step, as well as Gwen. It can happen. I don't think that, but we're gonna have a very, very close step. And bear in mind that only the top 8 is qualifying to the Trackmania Grand League playoffs. There will be also a last chance where the bottom 8 is gonna play, and 1 player is qualifying from them. This will be next week. And also the bottom 4 will play in a head-to-head against each other. And the loser of those matches, so 13th against 16th, and also 14th against 15th, is playing against the winner of the Trackmania Grand League Challenger playoff. Head-to-head winners. Yes.
Yeah, long thing to remember here. I'm also not 100% familiar with the system.
I am
but that's
right
why
now.
You're here. That's why you're here, man.
Yeah,
you got my back, bro.
I made my bachelor degree in that yesterday. I passed it by just reading through that 10 times. It's very hard. It's very, very hard to understand. But literally, you don't want to end up in the top, in the bottom 4. And also, everyone kind of wants to play against Worka. I don't know why. But hey, we're gonna find out, we're gonna figure that out, as those are the standings and those are all predictions. And also here's the final map pack for the playoffs and everything ongoing with that, for the combine, for all of the things. We have Poolside, Launchpad, Pool Party, Bolt Holds, and also Icy Snakes, which is the new map that will be played. So those are the 5 maps that we're gonna see in the playoffs and everywhere onwards from today, Hans. Really cool maps.
Yeah, that is insane. I didn't. That was my next question here, because I don't know the maps of the players, but we have Poolside. Yeah, I'm obviously happy to have Launchpad here again. One of my favorite maps personally, and your favorite map Poolside also up in the mix, so that is great.
Yeah,
and
true that.
I think it's a good map pack, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I also like it.
Good that we don't have Vertigo in it.
Yes.
To everyone's relief, I think.
And also, Throttling Act is also not maybe the best pick that they could have done. And this one map with flips.
Oh yeah, oh dude, I already put that out of my brain because I already deleted that one. Yeah, the flip one, yeah, was a good one.
So guys, those were the maps for the playoffs. So today we have Launchpad, Bolt Holds, Grasshopper, Throttling Act, and Icy Snakes. But the maps that will be in the playoffs, in the not combined, but now in the head-to-head and all of those things, and the promotions, demotions will be those 5 maps that I've mentioned there. So we see the first, or the multiplier map here. And Hans, I mean, Trackmania Grand League Challenger had a very, very wide skill gap, and you could have seen it. We have seen Razi sniping Soldier in the ending.
Dude, in my heart, I died at that moment.
It was quite obvious that also Mime is not gonna go for the times 3 multiplier in this round there, but well, I think it will be very spicy because the gaps are even closer together here, Hans. It's incredible. Yeah. It will be absolutely stunning today, especially when everything is giving everything they got. And I just hope for a good step. As we said, Carl Jr. is not showing up, so that even, yeah, not widens the skill gap, but puts players into more points, because Carl Jr. is guaranteed not making it. Yeah, and with that, we have only 7 players not getting themselves into the top 8.
Yeah, I mean, Carl Jr. usually was one of the midfield players, but that could really make a difference right now because he is not there. And as you said already, that will make the difference. He will not prevent maybe someone now from getting into the top 8 with valuable points here. So yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know what to expect. I'm super hyped. It's so exciting.
Let's see how this step develops. We have the first map coming into play, which is a map that we're not gonna see for the last time, because it will be part of the playoff maps. It is none other than the map that has a lot of reactor boosts and a very, very hard jump at the end. Launchpad by Tona. Yeah, and I'm gonna quickly show you guys the ranking before we're gonna start. So Carl Jr. not playing, so he's not gonna make it. But you see how close it is. You see how fucking close it is. And I use that word to just emphasize that there is little to no skill gap here.
I mean, pure pace map here on Launchpad, obviously. That's why also one of my favorites. I love the identity as well. The reactor boost jumps and stuff. And yeah, pure pace map. So I expect a very, very close match as well. Maybe some mistakes here and there at the identity part, because players maybe try to risk it or something. But apart from that, I think it's gonna get very spicy.
Yeah, it's gonna get indeed very spicy. So also in the Trackmania Grand League Challenger, we have seen a wrong version of this map. Yeah, the polls were not there. And I think because of the fix from the cruise control, I'm not sure why that was, or maybe because it was the playoff maps, I don't know. But in the Trackmania Grand League Challenger, they just literally just said, okay, it doesn't matter, just play the map. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, from what I've heard in my chat, I also asked, I didn't even know that there was a bug existent from that cruise control block. But yeah, they can like get random slowdowns or something, so that's why they patched it. But now you can't make the inside pole light anymore. That's why they got rid of it for this step. It's a bit, yeah, interesting.
Definitely, definitely interesting there. But also cool that also for the German people, there is a quadruple cast for the Trackmania Grand League. Trilux, Felix, Sanderöde, and Fibu are casting together. Dude, I will definitely rewatch that. I just wanted to check what is happening there, but that is how it goes. Damn, that is spicy, because Röda is right now visiting him. But let's not go into that. Let's go into the launch pad here. I was just wondering, because he's at this place, and just check who are casting together. That will be great. And definitely they're gonna cheer for Massa here. And yeah, as we said, Carl Jr. not showing up. 15 players are playing here on Launchpad by Tona. A pace map, as Hans has mentioned already beforehand. Massa still holds the world record here, was a 6:24, but we've seen a lot of fast times, especially from Gwen here, who probably has a very, very fast time offline, and right now is even ahead of Massa. So just mentioning those two players, they are showing what they have here. And Gwen, for me, one of the favorites to make it, but also a player like Pack is always open for pace maps.
I mean, Pack is a pace monster. I mean, we've seen that all over the years already, getting the World Championship title in 2016. And yeah, I mean, not surprised that he might do well here. And just like on all the other maps, basically. I mean, he's just such a unit. He's such a beast in this game in general. And
he's a chat.
Yeah, I'm sure we can expect a lot from him, yeah.
Yeah. Well, but we're gonna find that out, what our expectations are here, or if he meets our expectations. Yeah, on Launchpad, we have the first map coming into play. Quickly gonna mention that again. We have 4 maps that will be played in the 6-lap format, and then the last map will be the multiplying map. The point deduction from 8th to 9th is tremendous, so I really want to land in the top 8, and let's see if Pack can meet those expectations that we have. Gwen, obviously leading after just 2 turns, already with almost 0.1 of a lead. That is incredible. Pack failing the slide there. That is a rookie mistake, to say it like that. And Pack down to P number 16. But look, Massa.
He's playing fidget spinner on the ice, actually. So yeah, small disconnect apparently, plus mistake from Massa here. But yeah, Pack actually playing the side. I think this might be one of the first times we actually see someone getting a no side in that particular left-hander, Kai.
Yeah, well, failing a Neo Slide there, or just having skids and not going for the Neo Slide. Not sure what Pack did there. I have to check that in an instant replay there again. But Pack not too far behind. Might be a good POV. You can actually compare that one to Mime, who also made a mistake in that first lap. But also Pack getting a terrible identity here. But also Muda with a mistake, who is, of course, already safe into the Trackmania Grand League playoffs. And also, like in general, with a 3rd position, looking very strong there. But of course, it's also for the cash prize that you get for those respective positions. It's 3,000, then 2,000 and 1,000 for 1, 2 and 3. So also something to play for here, Hans.
Definitely. And yeah, I mean, right now it's looking good, specifically for our top players in the ranking. I mean, Afi first, Granadi at second, Muda also not too far behind. I mean, they're all safe and can approach this today without like they don't need to be too nervous about like the result. So yeah, I mean our boy Pack here, I think, is definitely on the verge of making it, but also not making it.
Yep.
Since he's at 7th and only like 10 points, 12 points out of Papu, who's at 9th. So that's what makes the things very interesting today, and it's also the last step, so maybe we see more risks from some of the specific players. That's why we also have the great top 3 predictions here today, Kai.
Yeah, well, everything can and eventually will happen. We don't know that, but one of my predictions here, actually, we have Kappa, 3rd position behind Gwen and Afi. Yeah, the newcomers. You cannot even say newcomers, but they both promoted together with Yannick's into the Trackmania Grand League, and they have really just established themselves as the fastest players out there, and Afi is showing us a great fight here between him and Gwen. Then we have Kappa behind, then Papu as well with a great job, Tween, Spam, Aurel, and then Bren in the top 8, and we've seen Massa with the DC, Granadi on 9th place, but definitely a good pace, but feels a bit empty, just not seeing 2 players there on the left, and then the bottom 6 being like super small in comparison to that, and Pack is 2 seconds behind after that mistake, or after those mistakes on that first on the first lap, and also in the entry into lap number 2. But we see also a mistake. I think that was Worka making that mistake there. Never mind,
Papu.
actually, it was Papu.
Yeah.
Okay.
Papu
Damn.
dropping down to... Huh? Wait, what? Okay, now I'm a bit confused. What's happening here?
You see the chat.
Okay, this is pretty this is too late to restart a round, if you ask me personally.
It's lap 4.
Yeah, you can't make a restart in lap 4.
So guys,
Like-
you guys you don't see the chat, right, Hans?
I see it on your screen basically, yeah.
Yeah, but
Not in game, no. But damn. This is I'm a bit lost of words right now.
well, you never skip in. You let people finish, but don't skip on lap 4. Don't skip in lap 4. Just don't do that. Of course, Massa is there, but you don't skip. Look at this. I'm sorry, and then not your fault, and then tweet you better be. Oh my god. Guys, grab your popcorn. Holy macaroni.
Yeah, apparently it was due to Massa having icy tires from the start on.
Yeah.
Apparently, that was apparently the thing that Softy just wrote. But you cannot restart after lap 4.
Nah, you don't do that.
You can't. Like, you should have restarted just like as we saw in the Challenger League, right? I mean, in the first lap or from the verge from first to second lap, okay, but lap 4, like, you can't do that. That is yikes.
Especially not when it's so important. Yeah, it's
Last
about
step, yeah.
it's about staying or leaving Trackmania Grand League, kind of, because imagine, it was really Kappa and Tween having a very good start into the race here, and they are behind. They need those points.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a bit speechless right now. I'm lost for words, to be honest. That is nothing that should happen.
Yeah, and
That
again,
is nothing that should happen.
Again, a lot of issues today in Trackmania, by the looks of it. We've also seen Dofall today having connection issues and stuff like that, and they're just saying, okay, you know what, we're just gonna start without you, even though I had those lag spikes before the race has started as well. I don't know. It's very sketchy. Yeah, I hope that they're gonna fix that, but you never skip in lap number 4. You let players finish and then decide.
Yeah, obviously. I mean, just mid-match like that, that is... No.
No.
I mean, this is... I mean, what I don't know, man. Like, what? Yeah, come on, let's restart lap 4. Like, bruh.
I just hope that Kappa will still perform and that he's not pressuring himself too much.
Yeah, because the concentration could be that you're ripped out of your focus like that. You're in the middle of the run, and that happens. Like, yikes, man. But apparently we are live here again, starting from scratch, lap 0. All right. Not too bad for Pack, by the way. Pack with a very poor first half of that race. So Pack is maybe even more hungry now to get a good position this time, because he didn't start off too well. Now a safe neo slide for Pack here onto the ice to not get the nose slide again.
Wow.
And looking pretty clean so far. I mean, no mistakes, but as we talked about it before, it's a pure pace map. So there shouldn't be many mistakes happening before the identity part. As I say that, Bing's dropping down 5 seconds almost to the rest of the field here. But apart from that, everything is still fine for all the players. I mean, Masa's also playing at 5th right now, as we approach the identity now for the officially first time.
Yeah, for the official first time. So I'm currently following Kappa, and as you said, what a storyline would that be, Hans? We have a Pack now in the top 8, yeah? And he was not in the top 8 before that. And now he is. How those 20 points, give or take, or 15 points, could decide a whole season here. They could decide it. And that is unfortunate. And we also see Spam making that mistake, Tween being behind. So the tables have turned. Kappa outside of the top 10. Oh man, that is so unfortunate.
Oh man, I don't know. Everything now changed, and it's such a benefit for the players who had a mistake earlier in that round. I mean, Tween, look at that. I saw him fail the identity part and flying off completely 15 seconds behind. Like, that is playing with the people's concentration and mind, let me tell you that. That is not something that you like to experience.
Yeah, you try to keep your focus up, but it feels different because then you think about it all of a sudden. After being like in the zone preparing, but like it just, you gripped out of your kind of comfort zone that you have created. Because for me it's like I was nervous on the first lap that I've played when I was playing OGL, for example, in the top division. And in the second, third lap, you kind of get used to that pressure. You just do your thing. Of course, you can still make mistakes, but then if you have a restart, like I don't want to know how people have felt then. Damn.
Yeah.
Unfortunate.
But, I mean, fortunate for us regarding Pack at least. Even though, let's be real here, it sucks for every player here.
Yeah.
But if we go again into the round here, Kai, I mean, look at how close it still is. Granadi is basically a little bit behind the whole field here. And we see Kappa making a mistake. That is so unfortunate. Kappa, even writing in the chat, he was 3rd in lap 4. And now look at that, down to 14th place right now. Dude, that is so unfortunate. That's so heartbreaking, man.
Yeah, so heartbreaking. I hope he can keep up his focus. We're gonna see the in-game chat though. Well, I'm not sure if it's even allowed to have the in-game chat, but I think it's quite good for us to see that, as we also see Bren going out of that top 8, and also Spam making a mistake at that identity. Spam down to P14, Kappa and Spam being the biggest losers here. And with that, it's already said that they cannot make it outside of the bottom 4, but who can still make it into the Trackmania Grand League playoffs here and into the top 8 is Pack, or boy Pack. Yeah, he was probably one of the biggest, has the biggest advantage of that, as well as Massa. Yeah, Pack and Massa and P3 and 4 here, Hans. Lap number 4, we have, it feels like lap number 15 for me, because it's 2013, right? Also, the most important event next to Trackmania Grand League, Clash Time, will be delayed. So all the people who just joined for Clash Time to see the press forward action, yeah, we have it a bit delayed. I just have to confess you guys, or I just have to make a confession about that.
That's alright, man. Don't worry about it. We stick here. We're all in this together, right? So
yeah.
I mean, so far so good. Lap number 5 now. Pack still at 4th place behind Masa, Muda, and Gwen. I mean, Gwen 1.5 seconds ahead of Muda right now. Gwen is just flying through this right now. One of my picks for today's top 3 positions as well, because that's what can happen with Gwen. He can just pace and fly through and outperform. but he can also fail it. So that's why I put him into my top 3 prediction here.
Yeah.
And so far, so good.
Gwen, always a good prediction here. Look at that, he's 2 seconds ahead, and I think this guy doesn't even know how pressure is pronounced or how pressure feels, because he plays like a machine. Especially on this map, Launchpad, he's almost 2 seconds ahead. That is shed level, but also on the other hand, Pack dropping down. We have a good fight here, Hans, for that top 9 position, for that top 8. Our well worker Bren ahead, and then also Scrappy, not so far behind. Kappa, not 1 second, or a bit more than 1 second behind. Maybe a good point of view to spectate you to see how the swarm ahead of him is developing, going into that last lap. Is someone making a mistake in that identity?
Worker?
Not looking like that. It is Pack actually making a small mistake, dropping down, and Kappa coming closer. Let's go with Kappa here in that last lap, Hans.
Oh, dude, Kappa. I mean, you have to feel it for him. He was 3rd, and now he's running with a 10th, desperately trying to catch up here to Pack and to the 8th player, which is Bren right now as well. Dude, oh man, come on, Kappa and Pack, you can do it. You both can do it. But Tween at dead last, together with Spam, also in the top 8. Before, but now not getting any value out of that whatsoever. So let's see if actually someone will make a mistake in the last section of the map. As we approach that right here, Gwen 2 seconds ahead now of Muda, just extending his lead here. 3rd place occupied by Massa, but he's like also in the no man's land here. Papu 1.5 seconds behind him, but is all coming down to the last identity here. If someone will make a mistake here at these last jumps, let's see. Will we see anyone falling off here? That was so close by Brandon, but no mistakes made, and Pack will not get the top 8 position here, Kai.
Yes, and what a time by Gwen.
I just wanted to ask, what is that?
It's 1.7 seconds faster than world record. 1.7 seconds. Faster.
No. Kai, no, I refuse.
Gwen,
no.
What the?
No. 1.7 seconds ahead of world record. All right.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Okay. I think Gwen with that shows that he is the fastest player in the Trackmania. Yeah.
On Launchpad.
Oh yeah, but also on other things. If he puts in motivation. Maybe he just likes this map, but well, it is Gwen getting 27 points. Muda, Massa, 2nd, 3rd, Papu, Worker, Scrappy. So good for Papu and Scrappy. And also for Bren getting 15 points. Yeah, those people can already add up some points there. Then we have Pack only getting himself that 9th position. Too bad. Still stays out of Kappa. Granadi outside the top 8. Not something that you see too often. Binks, Afi, and then there's Spam and Tween. You have to hate it.
You hate to see it, man. You just hate to see it. For real. And as we said before, like, Spam was in the top 8 before the restart. So, man, he's mad. And understandably mad as well. Because he lost a lot of points due to that now. I mean, Pack also got overtaken from Papu in the total standings. But I mean, dude, Brandon with did he get? Yeah, Brandon with the 8th position here, so 15 points. So that's what Brandon desperately needs here to be able to catch up with the multipliers later, or have a chance at least to catch up to Pack and Papu here. So yeah, I don't know. Very anticlimactic day already.
Yeah, and you can see it in the chat here, everyone kind of going in there with a very bad vibe. You know, I feel so bad. I feel you, Afi. This is so bad. You know, everyone feeling bad, yoinking the points away. And this is not a good start into the last step of the Trackmania Grand League here. This is not good. Step number 8 it is, of course. We had 6 steps in the past. And now we have this last step that is being decided. Bolt holds by Rocat. And yeah, Gwen shows what he's capable of doing. Maybe even Kappa. I mean, 4 points is not the worst that you can get. You get the momentum. You know that you can make it. You know, Spam Tween, maybe you have this face slap. 14th and 15th, making those huge mistakes. And Kappa was racing against some people, yeah, against Pack. So maybe this helps him a bit. I don't know. Maybe this helps him. But let's go into bolt holds here. I think a time that is good here is a sub 8 minutes. that we've seen. Also, Mime throwing away that first place here today was quite nice.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. But hey, let's go into the first round here. Map number 2. Again, a map where players are just racing 6 laps around the track. And then it will be decided. And then afterwards we have a clash time. The first player making a mistake. Bings here, huge mistake. And also, I think it was Massa making a mistake. So he's also a bit behind. But oh boy, Pack is in the lead. What a great start for him.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Bolt Hole's also a map where you basically have 2 very difficult parts, and that was the first one, the Neo Drift inside of that hole where we often see players clip, and now approaching the second half of the map, which is the identity with 3 very, very precise jumps, where we also saw players fall left, right, and center today in the Challenger League. So let's see from Massa's perspective, do we see any players crashing? And it will be... Ooh, Scrappy actually crashing in one of the holes. And
Aurel.
And Aurel as well. Oh god, 2 players are down, but the rest apparently went through it pretty well. I mean, we also see Tween going up to first place, overtaking Pack here.
Yeah, what a great entry for Tween, and that again shows that Tween is one of the best players out there. If he has motivation, you know, if there is a bee swarm behind him, Tween knows what he can do. The 3 times or 4 times vice champion of Trackmania. Like, this guy is incredible. And if you see this smile, you also have to smile. Yeah, if you see the smile on the billboard here from Tween, yeah, you also have to smile. This guy is just one of the best players out there, and he shows why. He's also playing with a keyboard device. So great to see that he, unfortunately, his Orgless is playing like that, and also meeting up his expectations here of just showing what he's able to do, as well as Kappa, Pack, and Tween. Name a more iconic trio here. Is it 2016 again, or what do we have? You know, it is great to see those players batting it out for that top 3 positions. It is Tween currently leading together with Pack, 1,000 of a second, tearing them apart, going into the second identity here. Bolt holes, we have to go through the holes ×3. Kappa with a great approach, getting so much speed out of that, and coming a bit closer. Tween touching before the identity. Is he going for a quick respawn? I think he did, but he still lost a lot of time with that, and it's Pack leading and Tween making a very, very unnecessary mistake there by going too far on the left, but I think he was more focused on other things in the meantime.
Yeah, he definitely tried to set himself up with a perfect jump to the right there and clip the wall while doing that. So he will drop down to 12th place in total right now. So definitely decreased his chances to get a top 8 position on this map, guy. And we also see Gwen sniping in the fastest, clocking in the fastest lap of the race so far. And just as I say that, Gwen almost going up to first place, but messing up the Neo Drift and clipping the whole part there. So very, very crucial to get that one right, but it's also a very difficult turn to take. I mean, that's why we said, like, it's the second hardest part, together with the identity, basically, this Neo Drift around the inside hole.
Yeah, this Neo Drift is quite hard indeed, and also Kappa almost making that mistake there. So Gwen going away with a, as you say in Germany, with a blue eye. Yeah, mit einem blauen Auge davon gekommen. But now he makes the mistake on the hole there and gets overtaken by Papu, Spam, and also here Muda, who had to release a bit. So it is still Gwen in that 8th position, Muda still behind, and we still have Bren, Afi, Granadi, Kappa ahead of Pack, who made a small mistake or a small adjustment here going into lap number 4. And also Kappa was almost fading that part before the news side, the wall jump, the half pipe jump. And what happened?
Papu dropped down, and then I switched to Papu, and suddenly Scrappy with a standing respawn to the start and the multi-lap. So maybe Scrappy fell out of the, I don't know, out of the plastic wall, right, or something. I don't know what happened, but Scrappy and Papu both dropped down in the last like 20 seconds right now. So yeah, it's just a fight for the top here. Between Bren, Afi, Kappa, almost 1 second behind. Well, yeah, Kappa even close with Pack and Spam here. So Afi and Bren actually a 1 second lead over the other 2 players here. So yeah, the middle part here not too exciting. It's just about your speed preservation. The faster you are, the closer you get to others or extend your lead here, because not much happening apart from that wall right now. We are now the approach to the identity for the 4th time here. Will we see players crash? And so far so good. Every one of the top 6 at least did it. Granadi and Muda through that as well. Let's go with Muda here to see if any one of the top players is making any mistakes here approaching lap number 5. No. We still have Bren in the lead, followed by Afi, Kappa, Peg, Gwen, Spam, Granadi, and Muda here.
Preserving your speed is the key on this map. Minimize steering as much as possible on the other surfaces than just normal road, because thus you will lose a lot of speed. But we have a good fight here, 1.5 seconds between 1st and 7th position. And right now you bet to take home the victory in this step. Bren is leading the race and could actually go into 2nd position with that, almost clipping the hole there. Afi also staying alive, Kappa on 3rd place. Then we have Gwen on P4, Peg on P5, then Spam also doing a great round here, being on lap number 5 in that 6th position here. So only one more lap to go for the Dutch player. Also Granadi on the 7th position, then Muda a bit further behind, but look at the gap here. Muda is just racing against his own right now. Huge gaps between those players here, between P7 and P8, and then also 8th to 9th. There is a huge gap that he has to clear if he wants to catch up, but also he can afford a little bit of a mistake. But let's focus on the fight here, and we see Pag hitting it there, goes for the instinct and goes for the booster, so he loses a bit of time, but it is not Muda coming closer. But look at that, it is Gwen who has made a mistake, Hans.
Oh yeah, Muda actually overtaking Gwen as well, so Gwen now on the verge of getting 9th, but he still is like almost 2 seconds clear down to Aurel. But yeah, that's how quickly it can go. I mean, good pace, but eventually doing a mistake. I mean, fortunately for him, he is still in the top 8, so he would still get valuable 15 points here. But that puts still up Bren and Afi for 1st and 2nd. And Kappa actually creeping closer here. Look at this guy, and we see Bren making a small mistake here. So Kappa actually up to 2nd. Your prediction of the day is actually popping off right now. Maybe even able to get closer to Afi here.
It was Bren going for a different line there. I'm not sure if it was intentional, but Bren always had like a weird jump. Kappa had that as well in lap number 3, I think. But he right now goes for the overtake with that. So it was a bit slower. Was not a real huge mistake, but you can say mistake on this level where the players are racing. So Afi, Kappa and Bren are in the top 3. Is any one of them going for a sub 8-minute time? It looks to be like that because they're driving really clean. And also Afi here, I mean, he was in the top 2 position. Kappa, what are you doing? Are you still gonna get that 3rd place? Let's see, is Kappa gonna make that here? Very wonky approach for the Czech player, but good save there. But look, Granadi is overtaking Kappa here in the ending, 100th of a second. Then we have Spam behind, Pag also almost sniping them away. That was a good fight actually to focus on, but I was so focused on Kappa if he's gonna survive or not. But hey, that's it here. So everyone is just holding their positions. Only Kappa is getting overtaken here. 1 point. It could be important, but Kappa with 19 points here out of this map.
I mean, that is really what Kappa needed right now. And after that first map disaster, I want to say, kind of. And also Afi with really, really good points. 25 points. He also started off the step not so well, but I mean, Afi is super safe, right? So I don't think he cares like too much about winning the step than he is about staying safe in the top 8 of the Grand League. So yeah, very good stuff by Kappa. Also Papu 22 points, Worker with 22 points, Pack also with 22 points, Massa and Aurel both with 21 points, Spam and Scrappy with 20 and 19. And then we only have Binks and Tween with 6 and 3 points here. So these are the only 2 players not making it the top 8 so far of these 2 maps, Kai.
Yeah, well, we have only 2 players who didn't make it into the top 8 thus far, Binks and Tween. And I was expecting to see like a very, very evenly distributed amount of points. Everyone probably going with 40 to 45 points into the last map. But then just everyone is stealing points away from them. But right now it's looking really good for Bren. 37 points. Really, really nice to see that. You know, he's getting himself a lot of points. And guys, we have clash time. Let's see. Is it working? Is it not working for the 8th time in a row? Or did Nadeo finally change the outlook here? Or like the outcome with where they have to record the inputs? So let's take a look. Is it working? So clash time, guys. You have to like do something. It's not working.
It is not really working, I guess.
That's unfortunate, guys. My favorite event of the Trackmania Grand League is not working. Ah, man.
What a shame, man.
What a shame. Oh, man. It is unfortunate. Yeah, well.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Not much to say to that, I think. Yeah, still not working here, but we're gonna PF it. So that's also something, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, Kappa, Scrappy being the PF gang, and I think also Papu PFing, but being a little bit delayed. Ah, never mind. So Kappa, Scrappy, and Pack are PFing. Workers leading though. And actually good race line here. Also Kappa. Is he gonna go PF? I don't know. He's a little bit different, you know? You see? He's different than Binks.
I don't know.
Acceleration is forced. That's the thing. It's capped to 50. So also the plus makes no sense. But hey.
Is the map built so you can PF it? That is the question. What a water part, dude. Oh, this could be scary now. Uh-oh.
Go to the right, go to the right, go to the right. Turtle. Go.
Lol.
As if this... no way.
Are you kidding me? Dude, the builder has made it PF. There's no other way. You can't tell me. No, this is intended. This is intentional. 100%.
Look at this fight here. Who's gonna get it? Kappa, Pack, or Scrappy? Who will win clash time here? Or will it be Binks? Binks is down. Pack. Oh no, it's Gwen! Gwen with the overtake! Gwen is gonna win clash time! Woo! Okay. Enough hype.
Now the question is who's getting second?
Kappa.
Yeah, Kappa, Pack, and Scrappy. So that is pretty rigged, I'd say. The others... yeah.
Yeah, good PF map, guys. Good focus. You guys did third. Even though it was pressed forward.
Yep. I think it might be a good time to do a quick toilet break for me right now.
Okay, do that.
I'll be back in a minute here.
Okay. I'm gonna see what happens here. So, where is... did everyone finish thus far? Yeah, okay. We have Brent finishing, Binks not respawning. I don't know if they know how to respawn. But hey, you know, too bad to see Clash Time not working. But in general, it's like... it's weird, this mode. But hey, it is what it is. What can I say against that? And let's go into the next map, which will be none other than Grasshopper, yeah? Grasshopper will be the next map that we're gonna see. A map with bug slides that you can choose to do, but I have not seen anyone in the Trackmania Grand League Challenger doing them. I'm keen to see if maybe someone out of those players here will do that or not, but we're gonna find that out very soon. So good luck to the players on this one. It will be the third map where players can collect points. So again, the top 8 is getting away with the most amount of points. The times that we're probably gonna see are around 6:10, I would say. I don't think that we're gonna see a 6:05 or a 6:04 here. World record is a 6:05.41 though by Pack, so a pretty good time by Pack here on this one. But this map has bug slides that you have to do, and those bug slides are really hard. You have to hold your gear there, and I don't know if you can do it in a 6-lap version. Of course, Pack has said this time yesterday, maybe he's ready on this map, so I have some expectations towards him. And maybe he can do something, but we still have 1 minute and 20 of warm-up on this map before we're gonna go live. So let's take a look again onto the standings here and also onto the league ranking, because it is very scary now since Binks has dropped out of the top 8. We have Pack also not being super safe, but Binks thus far not with a really good step. 6 points only here for him. And he is right now on 9th place since Papu has gotten himself good amount of points. I mean, not really good, but it's still enough. And there you can see how close it is. Also, Brent coming closer, and it will be all in those multi-rounds after that. Spam overtaking Tween in the meantime for that 13th place. Kappa is having also a good time with 23 points, despite that first map not being that well. And then Worka, yeah, unfortunately, is already a bit further behind here. I mean, not further behind, but only 22 points. He needs more than that to go outside of that top 12, but it's not even possible anymore because you kind of need 100 points or like 80 points and then do a ×5 multiplier. So it can happen, but I think that it will be very likely. Very, very likely here, yeah. Okay, so we are starting now. Good luck to the players, and let's go into the first lap. I will follow Pack, and actually let's do the follow all camera because it's quite well to see that and see who makes that first mistake here.
I mean, I don't know what you know thought about this map, but a very, very interesting map, to say the least. Grasshopper here, obviously one of the funniest maps, I'd say. I mean, I love the bounce pads. I love them so much. I use them a lot in pursuit tracks to just jump around and mindlessly have a lot of fun. And we have those actually utilized here on this particular map, so I'm very, very happy about that. And so far, we don't have any mistakes, Kai.
Yeah, no mistakes whatsoever. Scrappy just a little bit further behind, but again, the follow all cam works quite good until the identity. Let's see who goes for the bug side. In the challenger, we have seen no one actually going for that bug side. And let's take a look who's gonna go for that. Muda, the only madman, going for that bug slide. And look at him go, loses the gear there. And there you can see how much he can lose by just losing your stupid gear. Yeah, you can say it how it is. In this case, you think it's stupid if you lose it, but Muda down to last place by just going for the bug slide, so the risk is not paying off. And again, the camera works like a charm. No one has made a mistake. And just when I say that, it's Papu making that first mistake. So let's go into the real camera here and see what Pack can do. Yeah, he is in 5th place right now, goes for a rather aggressive approach and gets overtaken by Afi and Spam.
Yeah, I mean, the rest of the map here, the first half specifically is just pure pace, and the second half with the cruise control and the identity part is just pure fun, if you want to call it that. But yeah, I mean, so far, the field is still very, very close together. Only 2 major mistakes, and they're not even major. If you talk about major, I mean, 1 second behind for Muda and Worker is also not that much. As we approach the identity, Massa dropping down here with a big-ass slowdown. Pack almost not making that one. That was very, very close, but he survived it and still keeps it in the top 8 together here.
Tween with a mistake, and I was spectating Muda. He just gave us a very good overview here in this lap because he actually caught the gear and now up to P9. Tween down after that mistake, so Tween, yeah, well, you know, 3 points. Didn't really have a good start into this one, and also making that mistake here on bolt holds. He was actually having a good time there, but then just falling apart there all of a sudden. That is not good. I was remembering us spectating Kappa, Tween and Pack for the top 3, but Tween was falling down, and also here on this map he's falling. So let's go with Muda here in that next identity. We can also see Pack not too far behind the rest of the pack here. And Muda again with a good approach by the looks of it. Yep, going for that bug slide. Look at that. Beautifully executed, but not holding the gear by the looks of it again. Yep. And losing a bit of speed. And this means that he gets to get some places, but not as much as he could have gotten for, or that he could have gotten when he hold his gear there.
Yeah, that is due to not holding the slide itself long enough. If you like open it up too early to go for the save line, that's how you lose the speed there, and that's exactly what Muda did. But not the worst, as you said already, not the worst thing to do, since it's also like the safe way, right? Rather save it and lose the gear than just flying out completely and fully yeet out of the map and lose even more time with that. So that was still very cautious approach, I'd say, by Muda, even though he went for the risky GS line there.
Yeah, now he is again doing that. Muda is a very good person to watch here. Pack is right now on P8, so he needs to hold that, but he has someone like Muda behind him who is capable of even getting first position with that line. Look at that box that
yep.
Beautifully executed by Muda. Bings with a mistake though, and Muda from P9 or even P10 up to P number 4. What a gamer move that was from Muda. Pack still on P8 since it was Bings making that mistake. It's nothing over here, and Muda has actually a good shot of winning this map here.
And now he made a mistake.
Yeah, oh oops.
Muda with a small mistake, you're actually dropping down again. And I don't know, going for a very wide line in the finish, even outside pole before the drop down after the multi-lapper. So I don't know what really happened there, but look at this race, Kai. Like, look how close it is for the 8th position here. Everyone wants to get these 15 points.
1 second between 9th and also 1st place. It's Aurel who's 1 second behind 10th. So the race is not over here. But again, Muda is the POV to watch here. It's like, it feels always the same. Muda dropping down a bit, but now Papu with a mistake there. Yep. And everyone going for that non-bug-style line. Look at that beautiful approach from Muda. Oh god, man. Just up to 4th again.
So effortless. You just grass slide into the second bumper, and then you maintain your speed with that. Little counter steer, you turn around, zack, and you're through, man. Like, it looks so great. I'm so happy that we have at least one player going for it. I'm a bit surprised that actually all of the other players are not going for it. Yeah. Because when we saw the maps the first times, almost everyone went for, only Tween I think went for the safe way. Now everyone is saving it but Muda.
And also Muda being a player that is a very versatile player, comes from the full speed, has a full speed background, and he was not that good on RPG maps back then, but now he's just going for the bug slide. You know, he has really evolved and goes for that again. Let's take a look. Will Muda snipe away some valuable points? Look at that bug slide.
Yes.
And he will actually go up to 3rd place because Spam has more speed. Good approach from Spam there as well. What place will Pack end on? He will get P number 7 here, overtaking Kappa. But man, what a good run here from Muda. 6:06 by Gwen. That is the equivalent of a time that is roughly 1 second behind the world record from Pack. But Pack also with 16 points here. Kappa getting 15 points. But look at Brendan. 54 points.
Brendan is coming closer to fulfill my prediction here, Kai. And also Gwen doing pretty well. So maybe I've made the right calls, but still anything can happen. I mean, we have 2 more maps to go, including the multiplier one. So yeah, it's nothing set in stone here yet. I mean, look at the step ranking. We only have still Bings and Tween far behind from everyone else. And then who was 13th, 15th? No, 14th.
You mean
Scrappy with 21 points. So Scrappy needs to make something happen here.
Scrappy needs to make something happen, or he just needs to get a good multiplier. But a multiplier is nothing if you didn't collect a lot of points beforehand. Because 20 times 5 is 100. 100! And that is a lot. That is a lot of points. But we're gonna go to the next map. It's Throttling Act. Yeah, next map that is coming into play. So yeah, we have Gwen, Muda, and Bren, the only 3 players who have gotten themselves a top 8 position in all of those maps. Then Afi is at 46 points. Maybe he could have gotten that as well, but then of course with 7, 8, 8. I don't know about that, but I don't think that was the case because he was making a mistake on that first map. Then Spam, Granadi, Pack, and Kappa. And then there's Papu with 29 points. Nothing is over though, the multi will decide it, but we have a Throttling Act by Banano TV. Also one of the shorter maps, we have a world record that is just a little bit above the 6-minute barrier, as well as Grasshopper. It was 6:08.40 by Granadi.
Yeah, I mean, definitely a map which I also said last week is a favorite in Granadi specifically, I would say. I mean, precision-wise, Granadi is really good, and that also helps that he's playing with wheel in that regard, because you are just more precise with the wheel inputs, obviously, than with a controller. So I think this is a really good map for him specifically. But yeah, I mean, you cannot save this identity, so I'm sure we will see mistakes here, 100%. Yeah. The question is how many and who will it be?
And if a player can come back from that, yeah? So you can go for a clip here as Granadi is doing for get an even lower jump. It can work out. It is quite lucky though, if you get that or not. But as you said, you cannot save this identity. You'll be like, okay, yeah, you can save it by just gonna go slower, but bear in mind, you cannot adjust that anymore. You know, it's locked in, your speed. You cannot change it, and that's the problem. You know, if you go slower or faster over it, you have to respawn. That's the thing. Or like, not by going slower, but by going faster, you have to respawn. So you really have to get that muscle memory across. But let's go into the first lap on Throttling Act, the last map that we have as the map where players are gathering points before the multiplying map, which is Icy Snake, but we're gonna talk about that afterwards. And let's go with, yeah, Pack here as Gwen. It is a bit of a deja vu from last week. It's already leading.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Gwen also last week paced really, really well on this specifically, just like on Launchpad. And he's showing that again on this week's performance. So the question is, can he keep it together in the identity part? Because, you know, anything can happen there as well. You can't really save it, and we talked about it earlier. And I mean, 6 laps on this is a tough challenge to overcome here.
Definitely. That is a very, very hard thing to overcome here, as Gwen does a really beautiful identity with a very wide apex, gathering so much speed into the next lap. But also Tween got it really nicely. But look at Pack here. Pack at 3rd position right now, or even 2nd almost overtaking Tween them. Then Afi, Spam, Papu, Massa, Muda, and then it is Kappa who has dropped behind, as well as Bing, Scrappy, Aurel, Granadi, and Worker. So the world record holder, maybe we have jinxed him, but he is down to P number 14 with that, and maybe will not play a role, question mark. Maybe he can come back from that, because mistakes are inevitably gonna happen, and we have seen more than 4 mistakes, even 5 mistakes in that first lap, Hans.
I mean, also look at the margins right now. Bing's at 9, 3 seconds behind the top 8, and the top 8 is within 1 second of each other right now. So yeah, for now it is pretty established. But now, as I say that, we approach the identity part. Let's see if anyone falls off here. So far, so good. Every one of the top 8 surviving it. Hey, and that was Afi having to respawn here, and Bings is overtaking him now because he fell off slightly at the last section of the last part of the identity.
So Bing's still looking for a top 8 finisher today, and those could be some important points for him that he can collect to maybe deny someone the ×5 who has to go for that. You know, if a player like, let's say, Bren goes for a ×3, Bings can still make it with a ×5 and almost be even, and maybe even get more points than that. Bings is capable of doing that. He has won 2 steps already. Treen dropping down, and Afi is coming closer to Tween as well. Then we have Pack behind Gwen, who's again leading the whole race. He's leading up from the start block, kind of. You know, Gwen, the Game Word player, leads the race. Massa with a great line there as well, but Pack with a better approach over that banner. But look how Bren is pushing it here. Bren also surviving it, a very experienced player, the Kameen Core player, up into that battle for 2nd place. And yeah, good fight here between Bren, Pack, and Massa. And it is Massa going into 4th position, going down there. And also Spam with a good step thus far. Really, really great to see Spam. 42 points, and he can maybe make it even up to 60.
Yeah, Spam definitely is in desperate needs in points, right? Desperate need in points right now. Even though I don't really think it matters too much for him, because I don't think he can gain like 400 points today in that step. But never say never. You never know, right? We saw it before. Today, Otak did it as well. 415 points in today's step, I think it was, if I recall correctly. So, yeah, he's not completely out of it yet. But, yeah, I mean, look at Gwen pacing again. He's just cruising through these maps right now. Just first, no mistakes. As we see Pack actually falling off here and has to respawn. Only loses a few positions, though, so he's still at 5th. Queen going up to 6th, but that should not happen anymore. Was that Pack again?
He made a small mistake, yeah.
That looked super scary. I almost for a second thought he did not make that wall jump there. But yeah, he survived it. And Bren 1.2 seconds ahead of 2nd place right now. That is Massa and Pack keeping the top 8 position right now.
Yeah, Pack keeping that, but there's so many things happening. It was Bren making a small mistake, but Tween! Again! Tween with a mistake, losing his complete focus. Look at him even respawning here, making that mistake. So Tween down to that 11th place and Bren safe in the top 8. He can maybe go up to 69 points here as we have only one more lap after that, but also Afi not with the best line. So Bren comes even a bit closer with that. Gwen, Massa, Spam. Muda, Pack, Bings, and then Afi, as I've mentioned there. And then Bren still in the top 8, but of course nothing is set in stone as we still have some identities to go
Gwen,
for.
Small mistake here.
To be exact. Gwen with a small mistake, you said?
Oh, yeah, he crashed into the ring checkpoint, but somehow... I mean, he lost like a second to Massa. He is lucky to have survived that, man. The last wall jump into the multi-lapper, he crashed into the ring checkpoint and almost 360 that, and barely landed that one. So, whew, that was a bit scary for Gwen, but it looks like nothing happened, right? He's still at first, racing, cruising through the map.
He makes it
Dude,
look
that was
effortless.
Close as well, Gwen.
Yeah.
Jesus, dude, that's why I love to call him the glass cannon. It's insane.
Did he steer to the left before?
He's just pacing if he's pacing.
Yeah, that's a great time.
Identity here for Gwen. So Pack is surviving that. I don't think anything will happen here for Gwen, to be honest. Okay, Gwen got it. How is it looking for a Pack right now? 5th place, second identity. He survived it. Spam even overtaking Massa here. Almost not enough, but Pack solid 5th place. Bing's also here a very valuable top 8 position because he has not got a top 8 position thus far. Afi 7th. And Aurel rounding up the top 8 here at 8th.
Yeah, Bren made a mistake by the looks of it on that last identity or somewhere else. So he's down 6:10. Not the fastest time that we have seen on this map. 2 seconds behind world record. But of course, Gwen has made a small mistake that cost him 1 second. So that was good. And now we have to calculate, of course. Gwen can actually win it here with 94 points for Gwen. What a performance. Christ. Then Muda, Afi, Spam. Then we have Bren, Pack. Well, now let the fun begin. Are you guys ready to do some maths? I am good at this. I like maths, but let's do the map. Let's do the map review here, or the map showcase. We're not reviewing the map today. If we would review this, I had to play it. We're not gonna do that. So we have to do maths already. So Gwen can win this whole thing here if he gets the ×5. That is out of the way. That is easy, okay? Yeah, he can win it by miles. So quick. And also there's money for the top 8 positions into play. 3,000, 2,000, 1,000. I think then 750, 500, 400, 300, 200. Something like that. So there's money on the line. It's not really that important. You want to land in the top 8 to qualify and to also be safe somewhat, yeah? So 94 points. Muda. Also a contestant to win. Afi, yes. Spam. Let's take a look. If Spam gets the ×...
If Spam gets ×5, then he gains...
248 points.
Yes.
He would overtake Carl Jr. with that.
248 points, yeah. I mean, he would take Carl Jr. But, yeah, I mean... Yeah, Spam is definitely out of this, even with the ×5 multiplayer here. If we talk about the top 8 at least.
But yeah, okay, so Spam can overtake Carl Jr. potentially. That's the storyline that we can write here.
Yes.
We can say that Pack is kind of safe with a ×2 multiplier. Or even a ×3.
56 would be a ×2 multiplier. Then Pack would have 700, let's say 790 points around that.
Yeah.
Bings only has 27 points, so if Bings gets like a ×3 multiplier, he would gain 54 points and go up to 500, around 550, 750, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So yeah, Bings ×3 multiplier, 750, and even then Pack would still be safe to Bings at least, if he gets the 2 times and Bings the 3 times. Would get overtaken by Bings if he gets a 4 times multiplier though.
The thing is, Papu and Bren have a good step.
Yeah, exactly. That's the
Or like
next
Papu
question.
at 31 points. Okay, but Bren has a really good outline here if he takes a ×3 multiplier. Scrappy and also Papu sit in the same boat. They need a ×4 multiplier. Yeah, and then we have Bings also has to go for ×3 or ×4.
Okay, if Bren actually gets a ×3 multiplier, Bren would gain 114 points. That would put him up to 773. And that would still be behind Pack if Pack gets the 2 times multiplier. Because Pack goes up to like 790. So he would be like 17 points ahead of Brandon if Bren gets the ×3 multiplier here.
Yeah,
Jesus.
it's
Where
all
is
way too
Scrappy?
dank.
Yep.
It's
Scrappy 26.
started late.
Okay, Scrappy. Scrappy needs a ×5 multiplier to gain. Scrappy 26, so 130, 104, 104 points plus 4. Scrappy would put him also behind Pack.
Mm-hmm. That's
and
good.
if Pack gets the ×2 multiplier. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so if Pack gets the ×2 multiplier, he will be safe ahead of Scrappy 100% because Scrappy can't make it.
Yeah.
He might be safe to Bren if Bren doesn't get a ×4 or ×5 multiplier. And then we have Papu with 31 points. 31. If Papu gets a ×3 multiplier, that is not enough. If Papu gets a ×5 multiplier, ×5 would put him up to 310.
I think we still have to see them.
50, yeah, it's half of that.
It's hard though. I get the maths, but right now it is Massa who's gonna make that. But yeah, I mean the good thing is 31 points for Papu and also Scrappy not with the most amount of points. That is already good for Pack. And let's also take a look who's gonna get those ×2 multipliers here, because if Massa gets that, then you know Pack is probably not gonna overtake him here. And Massa will be already safe in the Trackmania Grand League playoffs and in the top 8. But what a storyline would that be if Spam actually gets himself that ×5 multiplier? What a story would that be?
That would be pretty insane, actually, not gonna lie. But I mean, we have the glass cannon Gwen here, who is, I'm sure, dude, Gwen is going for the high multipliers again, dude.
Yeah.
I can guarantee you that, and that's what makes it so spicy. But I think Pack should take any multiplier he can get, because even if he only gets ×2, he puts himself in a very comfortable position, to be honest. So let's hope after Massa finished that first one that Pack gets at least one multiplier, because that's almost required for him to survive that comfortably.
I like how Twitch chat thinks that they have a master degree in mathematics already. If you have, okay, cool, but I think try to do casting and math at the same time, guys. So we just try to.
Did pretty well.
Yeah, I think you did a good job there of just trying to explain that. I think it's just too high for them to understand. That's the thing, Hans. You know?
No, I think I did the math generally correctly, but it's for a viewer point of view, it's a bit more difficult to understand what I'm actually doing. But yeah, let's just round it up and saying Pack needs any multiplier, and that puts him in a very, very comfortable position to survive that step. I think that's how we can conclude that whole mathematics discussion here.
Yeah. So
he's pacing right now.
Yeah, Pack is pacing, and 56 points ×2 would be great. I mean, with that you would go up to 112 points. Not sure how much he has practiced this map, but let's focus on that. And after that round, I'm gonna check if Spam can still overtake Carl Jr. or if I was wrong. That's the only thing I want to check. All the other things we have to check in the matter of the round, you know, to see who's first and if they're gonna make it. Afi with a mistake, Moda with a mistake, Scrappy with a mistake. What is happening here? Everyone making mistakes there. And we're on round number 2. It is actually Pack and Bren betting it out. Bren needs more than that if he, of course, wants to qualify to the top 8. Pack would look really strong if he gets that ×2 multiplier. He was struggling so much of getting them, and now he has the chance. We have this last round coming into play, the no steer section where Soja has actually made that mistake in that ×5 round. That was very unfortunate. Pack with a beautiful approach over that part. Goes into the lead. Granadi, 44 points, is behind him. Still batting it out with Afi for the victory, who's at 62 points. Pack, can you get even closer to the wall there? Still being left alive. Good line there as well, but Granadi into the lead. We have one more identity to go here for the players. ×2 multiplier here. Granadi releases too much by the looks of it. Slides out. And it is Pack who takes the ×2 multiplier question.
He's not taking it! He's not taking it! No, Pack is not taking it!
Why?
I'm not sure if that is pretty greedy. I am not sure if that is the right call, Kai. I am not sure. And by the way, yes, Spam would overtake Carl Jr. if he gets the ×5 multiplier. And, damn, dude. I'm not sure, Pack, if that is the right decision.
No, it's not. You should take, and that is, I think, the rule of thumb here, you should take every multiplier possible. Of course, if Pack feels confident here, yes, he can go for the ×3. But who are you playing against? You play against Muda. You play against, not Carl Jr. You play against everyone. It's on the line. That's the problem. I think you should have taken that.
I also think he should have taken that. That would have put him in a very, very comfortable position, because that would only require, I think, Bings and Papu, I think it was, or Brendan, for a ×4 and ×5 multiplier, both of them, for him to fall out of that. So I don't know. I think he definitely should have gone for it, if you ask me personally.
Yeah.
Damn.
If he feels confident, now he has to redeem himself in the ×3 or ×4, even ×5 round. Imagine what goes in 3 ahead now.
Oh,
Spam.
Man.
What goes 3 ahead now? Spam. You know that you can do it if you have a ×5, if you have the round of your life.
I mean, all or nothing, right? He has nothing to lose, so he definitely should put it all on one card. I mean, there is no point for him in taking any multiplier. There is literally no point for him. The only thing that matters for him is ×5, and that's it. So maybe we see him just warm up here a little bit on the map itself, trying to get your groove, trying to find your inner concentration for the map. Because so far it looks pretty good for Spam on this round. But yeah, ×5 is all he should go for.
Exactly. Biggs and Brennan need a 4 and 5 if Pack gets ×2, and that's super unlikely. True that, yeah, and that's why you should. That's why you should have gone for that. That's the issue here. You know, ×4, ×5, it's still likely to happen. It can still happen, but I doubt that. I kind of doubt that. So Granadi is actually, getting that second position locked in with that. If Muda or Aurel not get a ×5 multiplier here, you know, it's very hard to just call those things to consider everyone. But Granadi with that goes for the ×2 by the looks of it. I'm not sure. Maybe Granadi also goes for the season win. I don't know. But Granadi takes the multiplier here. Yes.
He's saving, yeah.
216.46. And we have also seen Kappa, of course, DNFing them. And also good
definitely
time
the right
there.
choice from Granadi to just finish it off, and you're in perfect shape here. Granadi at 998 points in total, so he is definitely happy with that, and he should be, because that's all that matters right now for him. And I don't know, dude. Pack put himself now in so much pressure. Like, if he took the ×2, I mean, I don't know. Maybe he's thinking he has no influence anymore, basically, if you take the ×2, right? You can only watch and pray. So maybe he prefers to play himself, and maybe he's feeling confident enough that he thinks that he can get a ×3 multiplier or an even higher one. But now he has to make it work, man. Now the pressure is on you.
Yeah.
You decided to go for it, and now you have to make it work. But so far, so good. Even though it's just a ×2 multiplier, he's definitely having the pace, I'd say.
Yeah. He had the influence that Afi takes the ×2 instead of him or anyone else. And now he can, like, just deny that Afi is not playing, instead he is playing. Maybe that uppers the level. I'm not sure what his mindset is right now, but I know that Pack is strong here. Pack looks very fast, but he has to deliver, and maybe he goes for this finalist level 2 now, but of course this would be very, very weird not gonna go for that, and else it is Afi gonna go for that. And also the ice that looked not that well for Pack, losing half a second with that. Scrappy is leading the race, maybe just playing the bad boy here and denying some players the points. Kappa and Bren also look super strong, as well as Spam. Yeah, Spam on 4th position, and Spam could actually write the story of his life here. Imagine Spam gets the ×5. Dude, I would faint here.
Okay, sorry, I'm back. Just had interference in my room here for a brief second here. Yeah, but Spam with it, he has the chance, but it has to be the run of his life. We have Scrappy, Kappa, and Brand battling it out here. I mean,
no one should go for that.
Yeah, best case for Pack would be if Brent takes it.
Or no one here takes it. I think everyone should go for DNF.
Yeah.
Oh no, oh no, no, no. Scrappy? Go.
Jebaited and Tween is taking it, getting the 20 points. Let's go, Tween. Let's go, Tween.
Dude, 5 people DNF'd in front of the finish line. What was that, dude?
That was a Jebait for the others, to bait them into the finish, I guess. Okay, now we're through with all the ×2 multiplier, Sky. And now the things are getting spicy. If Pack actually will mess this up, dude, I don't know what to say. Yeah. So let's hope that won't happen.
Oh my god, man. So
I'm questioning the decision. I am questioning the decision, I have to admit. I don't know. But I mean, on the other hand, I don't think he calculated through all of that like we just did, right? So
he didn't have the time, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he's playing.
It's probably
and
a
we
good
have
thing.
The time.
It's probably a good thing that he's not wasting the resources. But yesterday, before I went to bed, I was thinking about this situation that we're in right now, about everyone DNFing, about this clown fiesta that we have here. Yeah, Tween. I mean, he cannot care. The season is over for him. You know, he didn't really get himself a good step today, so he just went for the ×2 multiplier to just deny some points towards the others. But now we have the finals level 3, and it's heating up a bit. Let's say like that. You know, the storyline can still develop here for me. Muda, and then also Kappa, not really. I mean, if Kappa wins, 40 ×5 is 200. Yeah, well, I think that maybe even Spam has the best shot here. Muda and Scrappy are looking really good. If Muda wins, let's take a look. What placement will he go up to, actually? Muda could actually go up to first. Not quite, though. Actually, wait, 77 ×2 is 154. If Muda wins, Muda is leading the season with 4 points of a gap towards Afi. Muda could take home victory here if he closes it in. And he is right now leading the race. Binks is behind. Pack and Spam might not go for that, but Muda could go from P12 or whatever that was on step number 6 to P1 in 2 steps.
Yeah, that is pretty... we didn't even consider that before, but yeah, you're actually right. Muda on the verge now of winning this step and the whole season, basically. But can he get overtaken by maybe anyone else? No, Spam obviously not going for it. Muda will take it and getting the 3 × multiplayer in and sniping that first place from Afi.
Yeah, Muda, I said it to you, Muda. With a good ×3... Hans, I said that beforehand. Muda gets the ×3. And Muda leading 1056 points. Muda in first. I said that before the race has started.
Yep, you did. I was not on the boat on that at all, to be completely honest with you. I was just so focused on that 8th place fight that I completely missed out on Muda's chance to overtake Afi here, and he did.
He did.
Do we have another chance for anyone else? How many points does Aurel have? No, Aurel can't.
Maybe Gwen. Gwen can make it. Gwen can make it with a ×5.
Gwen with a 5 × multiplier.
Also with a ×3, he would go up to... Okay, not to...
he would get almost 200 points.
He goes up to P3 then. Yeah. But not... he needs a ×4 ×5 multiplier. But yeah, we have now the fight Gwen, Spam, and Scrappy. Not sure, maybe Gwen is like, okay, let's take that that times 3, but he should go 4 times 4 multiplier if Gwen is smart. But he clips there, makes that mistake. Spam also not with the best approach here. Scrappy, Kappa, Bren behind that, and Bren with a times 4 multiplier will put him up 107 points. Bren 700. Bren could actually go for that multiplier. If Bren goes for that, then he is actually, yeah, almost safe here. Because I don't think that Bings is a contestant for the times 4, times 5 round. That definitely Gwen is gonna take that, or maybe even someone else. Oh god.
Dude, I don't know, man. What's gonna happen right now in that? It's just everything down to the wire right here. Pack, I don't know, man. I don't know if that was the right call. I don't know if it was the right call to not take the times 2 multiplier. And because right now, I mean, look at him. He's kind of not finding the pace right now where he should.
But who takes that multiplier now? I think it will actually be Bren taking it, or Scrappy.
Dude, if Bren gets it, that would be, well, not too shabby. I mean, he just has to pray that also Bings is not getting anything here. And Scrappy should not get it as well if Pack is not gonna get it. So Scrappy overtakes Spam. Spam obviously not finishing it. And is Scrappy overtaking him now? No, he's not. Scrappy's not overtaking him. That is really, really good. It's only the times 3 multiplier. Scrappy will increase 52 points. So that puts it up to 717. And that is still behind Pack. So Pack is, if Binks and Papu or Bren, neither of those 3 gets the multiplier now, Pack is through no matter what.
But also Scrappy can be through.
Yeah, if no one else of them is getting a multiplier.
Pack gets the times 4 and Spam gets the times 5. It's way too dank. Dude, I have so much excitement and so much, like, things that I want to comprehend, but I don't have in so little time. It's such a weird feeling. It's a feeling that I've never felt in my life before.
It is so mixed there. I know what you're talking about, dude.
It's way too dank.
Oh, it's way too dank, man.
Yeah. So now Pack, we have now the real deal is starting. The finals level 2. Pack with a very wide line here on the 3rd. Look how much he lost with that. You know, almost 0.1 of a second. Not sure if he wanted to hold the gear or something like that. But with that, he falls behind Gwen, Spam, and then we also have Bings leading there. And this could be disastrous for Pack, of course. Both of the players who are behind him have to overtake now, or have to get that finals level 4 or level 5. But it's looking really good for Pack in this one here. Spam, Gwen, Bings with a very good approach, but Pack again with a very, very poor approach into the next lap, Hans.
Dude, I don't know. It's getting so close. The top 3, like, the top 4.2 in between each other. So Gwen now battling out with Bings. If Bings is getting this, dude, I'm cracking up here, dude. I don't know what to say anymore, because that would be worst case scenario. If Gwen takes this, this would be the best thing that could happen, because that would mean Pack is through 100%. But can Binks snipe Gwen, or would Gwen maybe even DNF this to get the times 5 multiplier? I don't know what's gonna happen here as we approach the second half, or the second to last time here, the second to last lap here basically. And Gwen still staying strong at first. I don't know if he will do any mistakes here now, to be completely honest. The question is, will he go for it, or will he actually go big balls times 5? That is the question. Last turn. Pack even going up to 2nd place right now, so even if Gwen is not taking this, this is looking good for Pack, but Gwen is taking it. Pack is 100% through the sky. We survived. And Pack is through.
Gwen winning Trackmania Grand League Season 4 group stage. So Gwen, of course, goes for that. Yeah, up to 1st position. Pack is through. Wise decision, though. But now the real deal. Who will get that last spot? Will it be Bren? Will it be Binks, Papu, or Scrappy? Or will the unthinkable happen and Spam, the one and only, take the times 5 multiplier, and with that knock down Carl Jr. to P number 13?
That would be so insane if he's actually gonna do that. Not the very start, Pack. Dude, if Pack is getting the times 5 multiplier now, I'm sending nudes, dude. Like, come on, man. If this is actually gonna happen, I don't know. No, come on, Pack, dude. That would be so freaking 5-head if you actually get that freaking 5 times multiplier now after not taking the ×2. That would be so 5-head.
So Pack with that would be up to how many? It's the first time I've heard Let's Go Pack. Did you guys cheer for him? Did you guys click the cheer button? Did it work?
Always go for Let's Go Pack, guys.
Yeah. But he is leading now, and also Spam is not too far behind. Look at that, it is so close. Pack now with a good approach. Spam is on his way to maybe get that ×5 multiplier.
Oh my god, are you kidding me? Spam overtaking Pack actually into the multi-lapper, and that was Binks DNFing. Binks is out, so it is between Pack and Spam here basically for the last lap. Spam almost clipping that section there with the front wheel, but he survived. Pack creeping closer now though. There's only like 0.15 behind now, 0.17 behind. Spam versus Pack, guy. What are we gonna witness here? What is happening right now?
Please, guys, I know that I'm no. It's too much. I'm overwhelmed now. But let's go into the last identity. Find us level 5. Trackmania Grand League step number 8. Pack is 0.1 behind. Will he go for the multiplier or not? Spam is leading the round. I don't want to know what his heart rate is right now. He can knock down Carl Jr. to the 13th place. Spam with a very good approach. Spam is clutching it out and going home with 310 points and the ×5 multiplier. You are kidding me!
Let's go, Spam! Tim Luneburg!
This guy is the definition of a Giga Chat. Carl Jr. into the head-to-head against Worka.
Oh my god. This is not happening right now, Carl. Hey, this is not happening. He overtook Carl Jr. now in the total standings. And Carl is knocked down to the head-to-head. What? Dude! I'm not functioning anymore properly.
Scrappy qualifies, Binks is out, and Spam up to P12. I don't want to know what happened in the chat from Spam, but I think they were maybe even as hyped as us two. Spam, with the identity of his life, pulling it through, and all that caused by the mistake from Pack there in that entry to the second lap.
My god, man, I don't know. That was super funny. But Pack, against all odds, he did not take the ×2 multiplier. And, oh my god, dude. And then it didn't work out for him the way he hoped to. And he still made it. That is so great. Dude, I don't know.
Carl Jr. on 13th place, dude. What the fuck? Spam just crushing it. What a beast, man.
Oh my god.
Spam against all odds. Guys, dude, it's incredible. Wow.
Dude, he actually made it. He actually made it. I'm sorry for Pack. I was really scared for Pack. Even before the steps started, I have to admit. I was really scared for Pack. That it's not gonna work out maybe the way he hoped for.
Yeah, so Scrappy with that, of course, you see it in the chat here. What is happening, man?
Oh, God.
Well, so the two winners of today are Scrappy and also Spam. Let's say it like that. Damn.
Spam MVP.
He's just getting the ×5 multiplier. Dude, I'm shooked. So the thing is, everyone can still make it into the World Cup, not into the World Cup, also World Cup, but also into the playoffs, because there is something called a last chance, where the bottom 8 is facing it out against each other. So one of those 8 players on the right side will play against, or will play in the Trackmania Grand League playoffs.
Yep. Oh, damn, dude.
So you could also say Carl Jr. plays in the playoffs, but hey.
That was a step to remember. Holy fuck.
Yeah. Wow.
I'm yeah, speechless. Sums it up pretty well here, man. Jesus freaking Christ. What a step.
Jeez.
Good shit to Spam, man. Good shit.
Yeah, I want to see this reaction from Spam. Oh, man. So I'm not sure if Peck is going to go for an interview or not. I mean, he has made it on a 7th place. Not quite convincingly, but Scrappy also. Like, Scrappy was for me the person who lucked the most with the multipliers. Being at the right spot at the right time. But hey, he has made it. Yeah?
Yeah. Damn, dude. He just made it. So insane. And Bing's against all odds. Not getting anything working here today, unfortunately. And being knocked out.
Yeah.
On the top 8, that is.
So I think that's it, guys. Pack has made it. You're gonna see us probably either at the Trackmania Grand League Challenger cast or in the Trackmania Grand League playoffs, because there is where Pack is gonna play. And yeah, it was fun, Hans. Thank you so much for joining in. It was very nice.
Thank you for having me, as always. It was super much. Was a blast.
It was definitely a blast. So thank you also, guys, for watching. It was a lot of fun. Whew. And I hope you guys enjoyed the cast. And yeah, I will see you guys maybe later on my stream. Not sure when I will go live, dude. I just have to eat a bit and chill. And well, thank you, Hans. I'll leave you the last words. And also super nice cast from your side. Glad that I picked you up, man.
Oh, thanks again. That's all I can say. Thank you so much for having me. As usual, always a blast. Also a blast with the chat. Super exciting matches we got to cast. That's a big privilege, I'd say, for both of us to have the chance to actually cast this. So thank you everyone so much for hanging out with us. Thank you so much for having me again, Kai specifically. And I'm looking forward to the next time we can do something together like that.
Well, I think maybe we can do something like a collab for Trackmania Grand League Challenger. You're not doing playoffs, but maybe we can cast playoffs together. Oh no, I'm casting that with Anix though. But let's do Trackmania Grand League though. We're definitely gonna cast the playoffs together, and let's see what Pack can do there. I think that sounds good. Right. And hopefully also other matches that we can cast. So thank you, Hans. I think you are a great caster. And thank you so much, everyone. Thank you. Thank you, everyone, for joining in. And I will see you guys in the next time. Stay tuned. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.